Hey, happy asynchronous Wednesday. That is what's called an oxymoron. Okay, an oxymoron is like jumbo shrimp or little giants, two words that are put together and they don't belong because they're opposites. Asynchronous and happy. We don't get to see you and we're supposed to be happy. Yeah, turn that frown upside down. No, yeah, turn that smile upside. It's not Happy Wednesday. Anyway, it is asynchronous. There are two good things about this warm up I think you will like. One is I think it's going to fly by. There's not a whole lot happening. We got 4 diamonds and we got 8 Magic 1 practice problems. Okay, with the 3 questions up top. It should go fairly quick. And the other thing is, shh, don't tell anybody. If you do these 8, okay, today's homework is going to be a lot easier. Okay, not just because you're getting practice on something that you will be working on later, but I got all 8 of those questions from this worksheet that I've already finished, right? I wanted to see how hard it was. So there is a video showing you how to do it, but the video with all the answers might show up tomorrow. It might not. I might just show you all the answers. But that's 8 of those problems, right? So if you do this, pay attention. Tonight's homework's going to be super easy. And this shouldn't take long. It's going to be one of the quicker warm-ups, okay? All right. Press pause. Have at it. And I will see you in a few minutes. I'm back with the squeaky chair. We got 4 diamonds. Remember, it has a product on top and a sum on the bottom. That's the answer to a multiplication problem on top, answer to an addition problem on the bottom. What 2 numbers have a product of 28? That means 2 factors of 28 that when you add together have a sum of 11. That's one of those basic facts. 7 times 4, right? How about 35 and 12? Must be practicing our 7s. Okay. 28 and 1.1. 28 hundredths and 1.1. That's tough. But then I started thinking, wait, I had a 28 and 11 here, huh? Maybe it's going to be some version of 7 times 4, but I have to move the decimal over, right? Since I moved it over twice, what if I moved it over once with this one and once with that one? Well, remember when I go add, I got to line up the decimal. So if I add those, the decimal comes straight down when I add. 7 times plus 4 is 11. Carry the 1, 1.1. That works. And when I multiply, I go 7 times 8 is 28. But now I moved it over once here and once there, so I got to go back 2 spots in my answer. That works. Similar idea with this one. Hopefully you're able to figure it out. We've got 7 tenths and 5 tenths. And when you add those, you get 1 and 2 tenths. When you multiply, 7 times 5 is 35. But I moved it over once there and once there. So I got to move over 2 spots in my answer, get the same answer. Okay? All right. On to the Magic 1. Okay? Cool thing. Help you a lot with fractions if you understand how this works. Okay? Now the logic behind it is anything times 1 is itself, right? 3 times 1 is 3. 6 times 1 is 6. 12 times 1 is 12. X times 1 is x. We don't know what x was, but I know if I multiply 1 times 1, I'm going to get itself. Okay? AB squared over AB squared. I don't know what A is. I don't know what B is. I definitely don't know what AB squared is, but I know it's the same number over the same number, which means it's 1 whole. Remember, 2 over 2 is 1. 3 over 3 is 1. 4 over 4 is 1. 126 over 126 is 1. So AB squared over AB squared is going to be 1. Okay? Need to know that. Okay? Fancy one. And multiplying fraction is what? Is what? Some kids think I'm lying to them when I say this. Multiplying fractions is easy. Why would you say that, Mr. Daniel? Well, because remember, 2/3 plus 4/7 is a hard problem because I cannot add these because the number on the bottom is different. So I have to get a common denominator, which means I'm looking for least common multiple of 3 and 7. Then I'm changing 2/3 to 21s and 4/7 to 21s, and I'm adding them. Okay? when I'm multiplying 2/3 times 4/7, all I have to do is on the top, multiply 2 times 4. On the bottom, multiply 3 times 7. And I'm done. Sometimes you simplify. Okay, these three things together make the magic wand work. Okay, now I'm not going straight magic wand. These are like puzzle magic wand problems where you have to sort of work your way backwards. Okay, so I have a 30 on the bottom here, but I started with a 6 on the bottom. So you have to ask yourself, 6 times what is 30? And if you practice in your facts, you know that's a 5. Okay, and if there's a 5 on the bottom of this fraction and it equals 1, what has to go on the top? No, not 1. It equals 1. So what has to go on top if there's a 5 on the bottom? A 5. The same number that was on the bottom has to go on top. And now I can just multiply across the top. 5 times 5. 5/6 is the same as 25/30. Get it? Okay, I got 2 11s, and I'm going to multiply by magic wand, and I'm getting 18 over something. First thing I say is, what did I multiply the 2 by to get 18? 9. And if there's a 9 on the top, what has to go on the bottom if it's going to equal 1? Yeah, it has to be the same number, right? So a 9 has to go on the bottom. 9/9 is the same as 1 whole. So now I'm going 11 times 9 is 99. 18/99 is the same as 2 11s. They're equivalent. Magic wand is helping me. 1/9 times the magic wand equals something 60/3. 9 times what is 63? 7. 7's on the bottom. What goes on top? 7 has to be the same, and 1 times 7 is the hardest problem ever, right? All right, 7/8 is how many 30 seconds? Well, 8 times what equals 32? Hopefully you know that's 4, and if there's a 4 on the bottom and this equals 1, a 4 has to go on top. 7 times 4 is cruising, right? You guys are getting good at this. 20 times what is 40? 20 is hard. It's just like a basic fact, right? A 2. How many halves is equal to 1 whole? 2 halves is equal to 1 whole. 3 times 2? Your kid sister knows that one. Okay, 4/15 is 12 what? These last three are going to be a little bit harder. 4 times what is 12? 4 times 3. I thought you said it was going to be hard, Mr. Daniel. 4 times 3. So if this is a 3 on top, what goes on the bottom? Okay, I always think of clocks when I think 15 because you got 15, 30, 45, 60, right? That's how you get your way around the clock every 15 minutes, and 3 times 15 is 45. 12/45 is the same as 4/15. 3/16 equals how many 48s? Now this is a tough one. This is probably the toughest one here. Yet, what did I do to the 16 to make it 48? Well, 16 times 2 is 32. If I add another 16, I get 48. So this means 16 times 3 is 48. If the 3 is on the bottom, what has to go on top? Another 3, and 3 times 3 is 3/16 is the same as 9/48. Okay, this is a bigger number, but it's not that hard. 20 goes into 100 how many times? 5 times 20 is 100. And if 5's on the bottom and this is 1, 5 has to go on top. And 5 times 19. Boom. That was quick. Save this paper. Will make your homework easy. All right? Okay. When you see your teachers tomorrow, tell your teachers you missed them. All right. Have a good one.